What's up, everybody? Giancarlo here with the Three Swords Productions. I have a little bit more time now. Work schedule's not as crazy. We've been going to a ton of events, and I got a ton of events coming up, but that does not stop the train from grinding. We have set three just around the corner. I mean, we still have like another month, but that's just around the corner in card game time. And we're going to be doing, hopefully, I can crank out, three or four of these videos preparing for set three. The deck that I'm probably the most excited for, Ace, and more specifically, Control Ace. And I just wanted to kind of get into the video where we're gonna, kind of break down a list, pros and cons, cards you could swap out, and then get into some gameplay. This is going to be a more controlled version of Ace. Before we would do that, I want to hit up just some upcoming tournaments. This weekend, May 27th through the 28th, we have the One Piece case tournament at MomoCon, hosted by PPG. I've asked and confirmed, you do not need to buy a pass to get into this event. I know it can be a little difficult sometimes when there's an anime convention tournament. It gets really expensive because you have to buy a pass. That's usually like $50 plus tournament entry. For this event, you do not need a pass. It is just the tournament entry fee, so it's a little bit cheaper. And we get a case tournament. They're going to be splitting a case between the top placings. So if great little tournament in the Atlanta area. And then a little later down the road in June, we have the 5K at CEO. If you don't know what CEO is, it is one of the biggest fighting game tournaments in the country. And shout out to Versus Games because they are hosting a whole ass 5K with $5,000 prizing on the line. That is an insane amount of money. Great, great thing to see for the One Piece community because that's a shit ton of money, man. And you should go and compete and get you some money. You can end up like Nami here, the cat burglar. You can still use some money out of your opponent's pockets by beating them in a card game. So shout out to Versus Games. It's in Daytona, Florida, June 23rd through the 25th. Let's move on to the actual list. This is Control Ace. The simulator doesn't actually let you put cards in the order you want. It kind of places them randomly, so we're going to jump around the picture. But here's Control Ace version 1, and we're going to start with the 1-drops. We have 4 Ezo, look at the top 5, add a Whitebeard Pirate. Buggy, look at the top 5, add an extra card. Cool thing about Buggy is it can't be KO'd by leaders or character cards with slash attribute. This card is super good against Zoro because the leader cannot attack it. It is slash attribute. And also Buggy is slash attribute. So your Buggies can't kill theirs and vice versa. Really, this card is one of my favorites from the new set. It has vanilla stats at 1-3, so similar to Thousand Sunny. It does not have counter power, though. That is how they balance this card. And again, can't be KO'd by slash attributes, which is, it just comes up again. Again, the Zoro leader cannot kill it, so it's a great card against Zoro as well as in Zoro. Really good at attacking your opponent's 1-drops with your own 1-drop, right? The other 1-drops we play are 4 Otama. Otama, just a red staple, right? It's I don't know. Do I really need to explain it? I think I can. It's really good with Flame Emperor, which we'll get to in a little bit, but just red staple, it's Otama. Double Machino. Now, this is a little bit of a flex choice. I think this could come in or out of the build. The reason why is because my 1-drops are not as good as Zoro and Luffy's 1-drops, simply because it is hard for me to buff them. So I can play Izo turn 1, and then Izo's going to sit on the field the rest of the game and probably, I wouldn't say never attack, but probably not attack much. Makino is a 2K that also turns him into attacker. It turns my Buggy into a 6K attacker, which easily translates into a 7K attacker. So double Makino is a flex spot simply because I want to turn my little dudes into bigger dudes. And she's also a 2K. Double Vista, also a flex spot against things like the other aggro decks against Rush. Vista kills blockers still. Vista's still a great card. This is just, and then, this is a testing series. So we're going to test out. If Makino starts to overperform, I can go up on her. If Makino starts to underperform, I can just add more Vistas, man. I mean, Vista's a crazy card, right? So that is our bottom package. It has a lot of consistency with 8 searchers searching pretty much our entire deck. Most of our deck is either Whitebeard or an extra card, except for, some of our flex spots like Makino and Otama. So our deck is highly consistent. We can always really find what we need. We're playing 4 Jozu. It is a Whitebeard 2K. So it's searchable with Izo, also a 2K counter, and then we can discard it from Marco to revive Blocker Marco, which is our next card, if it's a blocker, if our life is at 2 or less. and it's KO'd, discard a Whitebeard card and bring it back. That's pretty much why you play Vista. Vista's also a rusher in a sticky spot. You never know when you need a rusher. Just both of these cards are highly versatile. Marco being very sticky to the board, hard to remove. It just keeps coming back. And then again, we have the new SR Marco from the new set. This is actually just an insane card. On play, you KO something 3 or less. So similar to Vista, that's why we don't need to run 4 Vista, because we have a little bit of a bigger Vista. And then when it's KO'd, you discard an extra card to bring it back. That's fucking crazy. We play a ton of extra cards, so it comes back. And it being a 6K, again, 6K is very easy to get to 7K. Just big. And then our big bodies, we have 3 Ace. It's a rusher and it negs things, so it's pretty easy to control the board with Ace or push for damage. And then 4 9-drop. 4 might be a little bit of overkill. I am still under the notion that the 9-drop is the best card to play in the mirror match. I just have seen this time and time again. Sometimes, and not just the Ace mirror match, but I'd say the red mirror. Red mirrors can very much just be won by Whitebeard alone. So the fact that I'm playing 4, like, means I'm going to draw it more. It means I'm going to be able to play more than my opponent. And 4 Whitebeard just means I'm going to be able to play a lot of Whitebeard, and that can just win red mirrors by itself. I don't want to see these in the early game. This is something we could consider cutting down to 3, especially because we have Ezo. But we're going to, again, testing series, we're going to try it out. Now we'll get into the extra cards. We're going to start with the big ones instead. Flame Emperor, this card is what Ace got new. This card is insane. For 7 Don, that is a huge cost. The auto, KO one of your opponent's 8 cost or less, and your leader gets +3 and double strike. So it deals 2 damage. Talk about reach. This card lets us bomb almost everything. But the fact that we can bomb, an 8 power is just huge. It's 8. I think I said 8 cost. What I meant to say was 8 power. That obviously combos well with Otama. That means we can hit 10. And then if we combo it with Crossfire, main or counter, we can use it on both turns. Give something -4K. That means with Flame Emperor, we can snipe a 12. 12 right now is the highest in the game. 10-drop Kaido, 10-drop Big Mom. These 2 cards can clear both of those. This card is good defensively because by negging something 4K, it basically makes our leader a 9K, but the fact that we can also use it on our turn means it's kind of like a removal spell. We can, give one of our opponents like annoying cards neg 4 and then just attack it, or maybe kill it with a Vista or a Whitebeard effect. And then we have 4 pistol. It still is what it is, still a great card. It still does what it always does. And then 3 guard point, 4 radical beam. This is our defensive package. These cards are good because they counter for a lot and they're only 1 Don. And then again, with our leader ability, offensively or defensively, when this card is in a battle, you can discard an extra card to gain +1 power. So if we're tapped out, we don't have any Don, and we get some useless jet pistols or some useless Flame Emperors in our hand, we can still counter with them. We can also counter when we attack as well. So if we're going for game, I don't need all these defensive extra cards in my hand. I don't need double jet pistol in my hand. I'm attacking for game. Let's discard them and let's go make our leader bigger for the attack. So this is Control Ace version 1. And we'll get into some pros and cons. So some of the pros: Flame Emperor, I think that card is insane. Probably one of the best cards we get from the newer set. I'm very excited to, see how it impacts the meta. And we just have more counter power and offensive counter. Again, I kind of touched on that. The fact that, the most generic go for game is equip 10 Don to leader and swing for 15. We can do that, and then we can discard all the event cards from our hand, and our leader could go up to 16, 17, 18 plus, depending on how many event cards we have. And those event cards, like I said, like Jet Pistol, doesn't get stuck in your hand. I can counter with Jet Pistol. That is insane. Some of the cons are 1-drops are not as good. And what I mean by that is I can play Ezo, and I'm not Zoro, I'm not Luffy, I'm not playing a lot of Makino, I'm not playing Magra. Zoro can buff the 1-drops, Luffy buffs the 1-drops. I can play Ezo on turn 1, and it might not ever attack the entire game. So all Ezo really did was find me a card and then do nothing. Now, that might not always happen, but that can happen. Whereas in Zoro, we see the 1-drops attack a lot. And that's really, like, in set 2, that's really the focus of the Zoro deck, is playing high-value 1-drops that attack and also search for cards. We're losing out on the offensive aspect of those 1-drops by playing Ace over Zoro or Luffy. And because of that, it makes our deck just a little bit slower. Not a lot. We still have that aggro pivot. I am testing the double Machino to try to get a little bit of reach, but it's a little bit slower. So I just want to kind of see where that's going to head. We can kind of buff our deck up by adding more Machino and seeing where that goes. But those are pros and cons of the deck. And then finally, some good cards for future builds. We have Dodon. We're not playing a bunch of one drops, but I have tested a more aggro version of Ace with more rushers, more one drops, Dodon, Magra. I have tested that. It felt good. The only problem is that the Don doesn't search good late game cards. Our late game cards are either extra cards or they're Whitebeard Pirates, and the Don doesn't search either of those, so nothing feels good. Play the Don, reveal two Whitebeards off the top, reveal an Ace, a Flame Emperor, a Whitebeard. I can't add those to my hand. It just feels bad when Dodon kind of whiffs on those targets. So we're not playing it in this build. There could be a build where she comes in. Red Hawk, just a great counter. If a side deck existed, I would be side decking 4 of this. I am valuing Crossfire over this card right now. Depending on how the meta shapes up, this card might become more valuable than Crossfire. It has one of the best triggers in the game. It's really one of the only triggers you can't play around. It just can win games sometimes. Also, the counter power is just super good. Great. Red Hawk's a great card. I would side deck 4 in every red deck if I could, or if I'm not main decking 2, I'd side 2, main 2. And then this Luffy kind of represents more cards with rush. Again, we're not playing a super aggressive strategy. This Luffy just represents itself, or Zoro. There is a more low to the ground build of Ace, kind of like how with Strawbeard you have the more low to the ground Strawbeard, and then you have the boat in set 2. It's boat's banned in set 3, but uh, basically it just represents a change in deck building where there is a more aggressive version of Ace, but we're not trying that with this video. This is Control Ace. So with all that being said, that's the build, pros and cons, some options you might choose, and after that, let's jump right into gameplay. All right, we have a Garp here. Pretty interesting matchup. Hit him with the good luck, have fun. And he chose to go first, which means I can keep my hand because I have a turn 1 play, and I can just play Marco on turn 2. So let's go deploy. We get a Whitebeard Pirate here. We're going to get, I think, another Marco. Yep. And we can't attack, so we're just going to end turn. Okay, Garp, it's kind of interesting. The black decks are something. I mean, I don't know. Garp is Garp. We're just going to resolve this. Okay, getting a buggy is good. Okay. Um, yeah, I think I'm just going to attack. I'm going to sacrifice this Ezo to this Nico Robin. It is what it is. We took the damage there because I'm okay with I'm okay with going down to 2 life because that will mean that my Marcos are online. That also means my Radical Beams are online. So I'm okay with taking damage in the early game in order to turn on some of my better effects. Oh, Gordon. Okay, this is pretty cool. Garp list playing Gordon Robin. He can use this Gordon to reduce my Marco, meaning that, he'll be able to kill it with Robin and I won't be able to get it back. That's a 1-for-1 for me. I'm not like too sad about that. And a Borsellino. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just take this counter, activate main, give something -4. We're not gonna use a trigger effect on that. Choosing not to do it. Okay. Well then, I'm gonna just just choosing not to do anything. I think I'm just gonna play this. Let's attack first, right? I have 6 Don. Do I want to leave a Don up for guard point? I think I could. So we'll go 5 here. He can play Sakazuki next turn. Yep, that's fine. We'll go 5 here. We're not going to try to block with Marco because it could just die. You know what I mean? We'll get rid of Gordon. That way he's going to have to use most of his Don on Sakazuki. He might not be able to clear my entire board. We'll leave up guard point to defend our Marco and pass our turn. We could do something cool if he gets we can force him to block with Borsellino. and then we can crossfire it. It'll go down to 2, and then our Izo will be able to attack it. That might be okay. He scooped. All right. Well, that was Garp, I guess. Not really the best showcase. We'll go into game 2. Oh, okay. Against Law, this is actually going to be pretty difficult. Let's see here. I chose to go second. I do have Izo into Marco. That's a little slow, but I think I'm going to keep it. Um, yeah, we're going to keep. Izo could probably find us a Vista, and it also, attacks Bonnie. You always want to have something to play in the early game against Law. He played Buggy and added Radical Beam, and we got our Buggy of our own. Okay, this is a good start. We're going to want a Vista or a Marco. I'm going to grab Flame Emperor. Yeah, yep, I'm going to grab Flame Emperor here, putting my 9-drop on top. Now we're going to play Buggy, and we're going to grab our Pistol. Pistol and Flame Emperor, both great forms of removal against Law. Yeah, Law also a slash attribute, which means it can't kill Buggy, which it means it's going to attack pretty well. We'll take it. No trigger on that. Just expecting him to flood with more little 1s and 2s here. Yep, Dodon going to go ahead and find something. Which wait. Dodon finding Otama. Okay, good card. Good card. Flying Nami. Yuck. Yikes. This is a good start for him. I might have to just Jet Pistol to try to prevent him from popping off next turn. I don't have any other form of removal, so we'll see what we draw here. But Jet Pistol might be the... Oh, we drew Vista. Okay. I think we'll just Vista. Save Pistol. Yep. Just go 5 here. Law usually takes this. He plays Radical Beam, so he also wants to go down to 2. What do we want to hit here? I think Nami, right? What did Nami add? Nami hit Chopper. I think we're gonna hit Nami. The reason you hit Nami is because it cost 1. So it cost the least amount to search, and it finds other bodies. Buggy is cool, but it doesn't find Buggy doesn't find Chopper, Zoro, anything like that, so it's kind of like whatever. And here, okay, we're just going to take this. No trigger on Radical Beam. This one we're not going to take. We can... Trying to think. Yeah, we can just get rid of Otama. Resolve. He does have... Yeah, I was going to say, he has enough Dawn to play 1-drops and then swap into... he can pick up... And does he have... Oh, and he has the law, pick up Makino, play something else. Ooh. Ooh. This is getting tough for us. As I said, our deck is a little slow. It could struggle against... Okay, he's going to pick up the Dawn, play to Dawn. Okay, cool. Good thing I have Marco to get rid of the Dawn. I want to basically... And then he got Nami off the Dawn. That's rough. So we have 6 Dawn. I keep wanting to just leave one up. I'm gonna sacrifice if he blocks here. I don't care. Yeah. Let's do this. We don't want to give him a free block with Law. Yep, see, we got rid of an Otama. And we're going to play our Marco, getting rid of the Don. The Don did find Nami. That was really good for him. And we're going to pass here. So we keep hitting the searchers. If he can keep cycling searchers, then he can keep his resource high. But we don't want him to just keep hitting searcher. Buggy, again, is a great card, but it does not search a character. So eventually we'll be able to run Law out of his resources, theoretically. We can run him out of his resources, and he won't be able to continue to add cards to hand. It's now that he has his full board established, though, it's going to be pretty difficult here in the next few turns. We're going to 8, which means we can we'll probably end up, doing either Flame Emperor or Pistol, depends. He got Law 4. So he has another Law. Yeah, this is getting tough for us. I'm not going to lie. This is where, he's going to be able to swap, pick up. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, so he's going to pick up Chopper because it is a red card that plays a green. And with the Law, he's going to pick up the Jewelry Bonnie. We don't want to take this though. We're not gonna block. Let's just discard this for Ace's effect. Resolve. Yep, we have double Radical Beam, so it's not like we care that much about a guard point. Yep, see, we're gonna play Law, pick this up, and are we gonna see our Bonnie? Perhaps our Bonnie that we know not Bonnie, but another chop. Yeah, the same chop. Okay. Double 9-drop. That's good. We're gonna go ahead and fire this off. Actually, no, hold on, sorry. We're gonna go ahead and attack here to see if we can get a chump block. That would be really good for us. Yep, he's smart. He's not going to do it. We're going to go ahead and fire this off because, you know, um, we're probably just going to slam Whitebeard next turn. So let's just use our Flame Emperor now. Block with Chopper, pretty good. Block here. We also have Radical Beam to protect our Marco, or we can just discard it, with Marco's effect. So, yep, in turn. Man, again, I think we're gonna have to put a lot of stock into the Edward Newgates here. It's gonna be pretty difficult to win. He has Bonnie, Nami. That I know of, he has a Bonnie and a Nami. So he's gonna be drawing a lot of cards per turn. I only know he got a third Law too. Yo, this go. I mean, Law is still a crazy deck, man. Law is still a crazy deck. Off of Bonnie, he got another Law. Here we have another Nami. Nami adds a Radical Beam, so he has double Radical Beam in hand. Still a crazy deck in set 3, it looks like. I mean, again, our deck is a little slow, so it's going to struggle, but we're going to have to rely on these Whitebeards to put in a lot of work here. We'll see where he attacks. If he positions attacks into our Marco, it's not going to be amazing for us, but Beige into Buggy. Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. Interesting attack there, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, attacking into Marco. So basically, we're gonna resolve the attack, use its effect. Let's throw out our crossfire and bring it back. It's really not good for him to attack with this, right? So I would be surprised if he did. Here we're gonna pick up Nami. Do we pick up Bonnie here? Okay. Okay. All right. So we get to attack his Bonnie. See if he gets to block or not. What is he gonna play? I'm sure he has options. He has the Nami he just picked. Replay the blocker. All right, we're gonna take that. We've got an ace. That's a good one. Yeah, I think we're. Oh, so our hand is really heavy here. This might not be the best for us. Let's do this first to see what happens. Our hand is like super heavy here, so this will get a 2K out of his hand. I almost like don't want to attack with Marco. It's harder for him to attack my life here. I think I should, but it's harder for him to attack my leader, which means it's easier to defend, but it's harder to defend Marco. So, and we ended up like drawing double ace. Honestly, like those are strong cards, but when your opponent's like going low, it's a little difficult. The cool thing is though, we can play ace next turn and use Whitebeard's ability, so we can kind of like we can start to pressure his life really hard next turn. We just have to make sure we defend our Marco. Um, because Ace can shrink his blockers, and then I can kill his law blocker with Whitebeard. So, alternatively, we might just, depending on how our board ends up at the end of the turn, we might just hit another 9-drop. Oh, yeah, honestly, that double ace was not super good for us. Buggy got another Radical Beam. Yeah, I'm not sure. So it's 3 Radical Beam in hand. They're all on right now. Yeah, 3 Radical Beam? That's a lot. That's a lot of Radical Beam. Again, it's not like super bad if he attacks our Marco with these. It's just that like, man, it's like if he does do that, then I get to attack them. Going 10 here. So I'm a 7, so I can Radical Beam to 11, which I think is what I'm going to do. Let's do the regular counter effect. Resolve attack. Okay. Okay. Swapping Buggy. Oh, that's good. Okay. Nice. Now is he thinking, do I? He's choosing not to attack. Okay. So we're going to play Ace. Targeting this and this. Buff this. Go here. We want to kill this. This is just huge aggression. These are blockers. So I can kind of like remove them based on the merits of them blocking. And we get some pretty juicy attacks. He does have them 3 Radical Beams are going to come in real big handy this turn. He's got some juicy some good blocks, a lot of hand. Again, Ace coming in pretty clutch here. And our board is kind of sticky. We have, these are pretty high power. He just revives himself. Let's see if he blocks. I can discard Crossfire to make him. See, this is where Ace comes in. Is it worth Jet Pistol? I think it's. Okay. Oh, it's when he attacks. Okay, so never mind. Yeah, that's fine. No big deal. Right, we have a Radical Beam to protect our guys. We have Radical Beam to protect our life. We have another Ace, another Marco. I wish we had like a 2K in hand. I think a 2K here would be like pretty good. Playing. Oh, he's going for game. Uh-oh. This basically just means he's going to attack our life. Making both of these 7Ks means he can't play around a jet. Not can't play around. It means he can't get hit with a jet pistol or flame emperor trigger. By making both of these 7Ks, it kind of indicates that I'm going to attack your face here. I don't have a lot of counter power. I have 2 counter power and a Radical Beam plus 2 life. This might get a little hairy. Oh man, a Zoro. Okay. No block. Resolve. We're definitely taking at least 1 damage this turn. I think it was important to prioritize removing this law because I mean we saw the ability to attack for 11 twice would have just been very powerful. He might just have another one, but I don't know. Deploying Buggy, and Buggy didn't do anything. We're gonna go 5 here. Um Yeah, we're gonna have to get out of this one. The attacks he's gonna attack more, and I'd rather be able to get out of this one than take this one and then have to try to get out of a 7K. Because the longer I can keep this Radical Beam, the better for me. Okay, we'll resolve. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Let's use the trigger to kill Zoro. That way, the Zoro is now out of circulation. Swinging for 8. Yep. Take it. Oof. Now he has a 1-drop. Does he swap into another? Okay. Does he have an? Oh, he had another one. God damn it. And then we lose to 8K. Oh, that's rough. So we can only get to 7. Yeah, like I said, I really wanted a 2K. Man, GG. All right, good game. I think, you know, I think that was a pretty good showcase. Let's try to get one more game. Oh, okay. We have a cool one. We have Nami. I'm gonna go second. We don't want Nami to go second, and I'm gonna keep. I have double Ezo. Okay. Um. Yeah, it's okay to lose. It's a testing series. We're gonna learn. I think we got some data there. Playing Ezo, and then she whiffs. Okay, Ezo whiffs. Yikes. All right. Not starting off too good. We're gonna grab Ace here. We want rushers. We want a lot of power against Nami here. The reason you go second against Nami is because they get to draw another card if they go second, and that's one card closer to decking out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nami not attacking, no surprise. I found this is the best way to attack against Nami is just doing really big like swings. You know, if I attack for like 5, they can do something like Usopp Rubber Band to get out of it and just mill cards. So, oh, see, that costs like quite a few cards out of her hand there to get out of. So we're just gonna pass. Also Nami not really wanting to attack. It feels bad for Nami to attack in most instances, to be honest. We have 6 here, so we can play Marco and then swing for 7. Oh yeah, we should have swung for 7 first because they can get was it Death Wink and just bounce the Marco back to our hand. What a rookie mistake. That's okay though. I wasn't quite expecting them to take the damage from a 7. Nami player not opening any 1 drops. Normally you want like a buggy, which is buggy finds something good and just getting out of it with Usopp's Rubber Band. Usopp Rubber Band mills a couple card. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to keep up a little bit on the sim sometimes. Okay, Sanji's Peel Off. Great card. 3 Dawn, draw 2. Super good card. There's our buggy. We might want to end up sniping that with Vista so they can't recycle it. I'm a big fan of sniping Kaya, though. Kaya is draw 2, discard 2. Although it doesn't generate an actual card, what it does do is what I'm gonna swing for double 9 here. 9 is a really good number to attack Nami with, so I'm just gonna swing for 9 twice. So although Kaya doesn't actually generate an additional card to hand, it does mill your deck 2, as opposed to like Buggy only like taking 1 card out of your deck, and that 2 is a lot. Right. And here we're seeing the power of Nami. So far, I haven't done any damage. Oh yeah, the first damage. There we go. Oh, seeing the trigger, return a character to hand. She got her Buggy back. All right. I'm a big fan of this Nami deck too. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably gonna be episode 2 of the preparing for set 3. Is you know, how to deal with how to play Nami basically. And these defensive cards, they're not gonna do anything. We're definitely gonna offensively counter with them with our leader effect. Okay, Daw's Bones, adding back the Gum Gum Giant Gavel. That is definitely one of the best cards in Nami. And just going 5 here. Let's get rid of a card and resolve our attack. Yeah. Jet pistol. Okay. All right. I think just we're just gonna keep going after her. I mean, um, do we want to just make this 9? It's either 9 or 7. Yeah, let's just go 7. It's fine. We can make our leader 9 by discarding our two of our cards we don't want to deal with. Right. This attack here, and see now we're gonna use Ace's effect, offensively counter with the card. Really cool effect. Nami got a pretty good start on us. Double, triple love. Man, that is a good start for Nami to have. Having triple love in the top 20 cards of the deck is a super good start for them. Yeah. All right. We don't want to really spend a lot of resources on protecting Marco here, so I'm just not going to attack with it yet. Again, it's not always great to attack. Um, it's not always great to attack with. Um, yeah, we got a Deathwing to get out of it. Okay, yeah, I like it. I like attacking for nines. I like attacking for nines. Here we go. Oh man, she's down to two cards. We're making a dent. We're making a dent. Um, just end it here. Try to protect our Marco. Try to continue to get these big swings in. Like I said, there's our Kaya. All right, we're gonna want to hit that Kaya with this Vista. In my opinion, it is good to hit Kaya. Buggy can whiff, and Dosbones is really good at getting back your what is it? Your gavel. But Kaya is just something else. Let's no block, get rid of this, and resolve our attack. Another Dot's Bones, gonna add back a good Giant Gavel. Giant Gavel, great card. Um, yeah, this Marco's a better attacker. Let's make you a 9K. They have Giant Gavel. We can make our. So let's do this a little differently, real quick. Let's look at. So Gavel is +4, so this will be a 9. So this would take 2 cards out of their hand. And then our leader could go 7, 8, 9. So yeah, again, double 9 just seems to be the right number. The right method. Swing for nines. We're getting low in the deck. She's got 16. Yeah, we're getting low. It would be her whole hand to get out of this because Gavel is really 2 cards. It's discard 1 and itself. And then see. Oh, what'd she get? What did it? Oh, Desert Spada, draw 2, discard 1. Right? Is that what happened? Nice. Okay. Desert Spada trigger. So we're gonna make this an 8 and then use the effect. Trashing this card. And now we're 9. Again, back to the same scenario where Gavel getting out of this is 3 cards out of their hand. Rubber band. Oh, down to 11, 2 life. We're down to the wire here. Do I just go ahead and swing in with this? I might as well. She only has 1 card in hand. If she gets rid of it, yeah, okay, I was about to say. Like, she only has 1 card in hand. The chances that it's like something crazy. Oh man, 8 cards left in deck. Oh no, Kaya 6. We're down to the wire. Oh no. No block. Get rid of this. Oh, 6 cards. All right. Let's do this way. 9. Yeah. 11. This would need to be Sanji's peel off, or for her, this would have to be a trigger. Okay. And then does she got it? Oh no, my love. Uh I think we got it. It would be Usopp's hammer, overheat. Okay. Oh, okay, she got out of it. 5 cards in deck. Okay. I don't know. It's actually wrong to attack with Marco here. Okay, I got rid of Kaya. 4 in deck, draws to 3. It's actually, yeah, it's wrong to attack with Marco there, isn't it? I feel like it's wrong. I got a Kai out of hand though, so okay. Oh man, we're rolling the dice here. This Nami slop. Oh no, the peel off. Oh no, Kai. Okay, damn it. Yeah, Nami's cool, bro. GG. Oh man, okay. All right, Control Ace didn't do that was episode one. I got one. I didn't really beat anything, right? I beat Garp. Who gives a shit? So I lost to the other like two tier one decks. So all right, you know what, guys? This is a testing series. We're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. So it seems like we're gonna have to make some changes to our build. And maybe when I look back, I'll notice I'll have to make some changes to my play as well. That's the point of testing. Always trying to get better. Shout out to everyone if you've watched this long. This is about to be like a 40-some minute video. Awesome. Thank you for watching this long. And let me know in the comments if there's any other content you want to do. Something like different decks, different formats of videos. Let me know. Thank you everyone for watching, and please subscribe and have a good one.